Hello again, Real Talk with Mo. Another reaction video. This time it's with my favorite show. One of my favorite shows is Lapeef-Let's Talk. Like I said, it's just a good all around, most of the time, conversation. They be having long conversations, be 30 minutes. Sometimes I just review the clips because I don't want to have you guys redo a whole show with me. So I just find some of the clips that I enjoy, or I think I have a good grasp on to be able to talk about it, and just give you my take on it sometimes, just to give you a different take, like I'm the 9th person on the show or something. So check me out, Real Talk with Mo. Like, subscribe, share, comment, all that good stuff. Also check out the Lou and Mo podcast. Also check out www.cblifestyleapparel.com. That's this beautiful sweater I have on that's very warm, so if you're up north and it's getting a little chilly in Florida this week, or during this month, so you might need one if you're in Florida. It's very comfortable. So check me out there. So I'm gonna get into this one. I think this one was more leaning towards I think it was Rilla getting into K about holding women accountable, or holding people accountable, or something to that effect. We'll get into it.
On this episode of Lapeef-Let's Talk, I don't want to move the goalposts. I don't want to interject anything else. So, because I'm curious to know, why do you always use that as an excuse that you say, well, on this show, we do this, this, and this?
No, it's not just this show. It's shows in general. Any show where there's 8 people, somebody's going to jump in. Every single person here.
See, that's when you... So, okay. I would say... If I say that I agree with that wholeheartedly, right? That every other show, or whatever she's trying to say is it right? That's my question. Is it right? You tell me if it's right or wrong. Is it right or wrong to interject, to overtalk people? Is it right or wrong? Right? When people do shit like this, it doesn't make a point, because the point is it's wrong to do that. It's wrong to overtalk people. It's wrong to cut people off. That is wrong in conversation, period, right? Any conversation. So when she says that you're excusing bad behavior, either way, wherever you want to look at it.
And every single person on every single show I've ever been on, someone has jumped in. I don't think that's exclusive to me. And the fact that y'all try to paint that thing.
I don't.
She loves to play the victim too. She pulls that card. Every clip I seen, she done pulled that card. If she's talking,
I just don't understand that logic. I don't.
You don't understand the logic that
and what you're saying, because I witnessed. Hold on, okay. Because I personally have witnessed plenty of shows where there are multiple people on platforms.
And I really wish Kay, especially, man, like she would just look at the comments, man. Just look at the comments of the people watching your shows, the feedback that people are going to give you. I know she's the one that I think on one show said, Kayla was the one that said, I don't care what anybody thinks, blah, 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 whatever. But the problem is, you got feedback from people. People are telling you that is not a sign of a mature person. Like, people are telling you, you always doing this. Like, they are giving you some gems. There's some stuff you need to look into. Like I said before, I say it again. I remember one of my early mentors or whatever told me something like that. They told me, if 3, 4, 5 people call you an asshole, you could brush it off maybe. You could brush it off. You could look at it, you brush it off. You don't got to worry about it. But if 20 people call you an asshole, you need to look in the mirror, jackass. Right? Because you might be an asshole. So you got to question that, man. And the way I look at something, I don't even like looking at comments. When I look at comments, the first ones I see is K. And it'd be women saying the same shit. Who got into it in this show right here? On this episode, on this one, I saw was Melanie and Kay. Who always gets into it? Kay and everybody else. That's something you got to look into for yourself, man. Just to better yourself.
So on and so forth.
Which ones?
And they have a civil discourse. There's an exchange. And if somebody interjects, hold on, okay. If somebody interjects, pardon, you go first. My bad, you go
Okay,
first.
Tell me those shows so I can watch. I agree with you, Anton. I think a lot of men view women as weaker, so they feel a lot more comfortable.
She took Anton's whole thing, and I was really upset that Anton didn't Well, see, I don't know where Anton stands, but for me, what Anton said, I can agree with for the most part. But when she said about the weak, it's not weaker in the fact that, you know, mentally or in the argument or in the conversation. That's not the way I take it, right? When I say weaker, I mean that if it goes down, then I'm not worried about you hurting me. I'm not worried about you physically attacking me, right? I'm not worried about that, you being a woman, right? But with men, you got to worry about that, right? Because men can take it there. Like he said, they can press the button, hit the nuke. You did, right? You could get in a conversation. People die over road rage incidents, right? Cutting somebody off, cussing them out. That conversation turns to death. Skipping somebody in line, get you shot. And it's never women, it's men, right? Stepping on my shoe will get you killed, right? These are things that we grow up with, especially if you know, growing up in a rough neighborhood. Those things, saying the wrong thing, there were certain words that you couldn't say, that if you said them, you would get, that would be it. You'd be done. You'd be dealt with. You might get whooped. You got to get beat up, or you might get shot. Like if you put F in the N word and you would say that to somebody's face, you gonna get smashed. So when she say that, she's not understanding. To me, you know, I mean, I don't want to put words in Anton. I don't know if this is what he was going for, but for me, I understand like that can happen real quick, right? But here she goes.
There, you know, whatever. So yeah, that was perfectly proving my point. In terms of Uncle Logic,
see, and then she said proving a point, but what does that mean?
I can't understand how he's talking about emotions and feelings when he has on multiple occasions talked about the vibes and I can just tell that you're single, Kayla. Oh my goodness. Even though Kayla is literally not single, but he's talking about somebody else's feelings. Like, it's really weird. It's weird. And if you, JB Uncle Logic, see me as a man, that's on you. I mean, if you see me or Kayla as men, that's something you need to go sort out.
See, it's somebody else's problem. That somebody sees that you give off masculine energy, right? That's somebody else's problem. That's why I said I'm gonna pray for especially for Kay. Kayla, I got hope for, cause sometimes she, you know, she doesn't give off that vibe. But Kay, I'm praying for her boyfriend or whoever he is or whatever. I'm praying if she got one. I think she does. She always says she does. I'm praying for him because that's something to deal with. But I don't know if I don't know. I don't want to get into all that.
Yourself. I don't really have anything to say about that. You do you.
So you don't. So okay, why don't you fear men?
What do you mean?
Do you fear men?
Some men, I guess. Not all men. I don't fear men in general. No.
Okay, but you feel comfortable enough to argue with them, though, right?
I feel comfortable if we're having a discussion on a panel, that's a show where we each get asked our opinions and we get to push back. I thought that's what we were supposed to do.
It's just a question. Okay, so cool.
I'm not understanding how y'all are trying to make this into something.
I didn't make it anything. I'm asking a question.
Okay. What?
But I got it.
She talks so much and she be thinking about so much shit she want to say that she don't even be in the conversation with you when you ask the question. She all over the place. Like what? Whatever. She do that all the time. That's crazy.
Get anything. I just asked you a question. Hold on.
The only interaction that Mr. Logic especially has had with me is here. Anton, we've talked a couple of times offline. JR, we've talked offline. Chicago, we've talked offline. Kayla, we've talked offline. Island, Q, we've talked offline. JB has never, JB Uncle Logic, not to be confused with the other JB. Please check out I'm Broken Dusty on Wednesdays. Shout out to JB. He's never seen me anywhere. So him doing all this confident talking is just really comical and strange at this point.
I guess the question that I'm asking is, or the point that I'm making is, when you decide to dial back, is it out of fear or is it something else?
So, like, if we're having a conversation like we have had.
With anybody, it don't matter if it's with another girl, another guy, whatever.
Well,
when you decide to dial back, is it out of fear?
No. For me, no. But I'm going to come at Q. I'm going to come at Kayla. I'm going to come at Chicago, JR, you, Logic, Melanie. I'm coming at y'all all the same way. My only issue is, and that's fine to me, because it's no hard feelings. I love y'all. It's fine. But the thing is, if it's noticeable that certain